Hello guys, I am Mohan Shashank from Top Content Consulting, and in this video we will be discussing about how to start freelancing as a beginner. So without wasting our time, let's get into the video. With the remote jobs still on the rise since the COVID-19 pandemic, freelancing has grown more popular as a job. Working from the comfort of your home and working with a skill that you are good at and enjoy is always a preferable choice. The beginning can seem daunting and overwhelming at first. So this video provides some steps on how to start freelancing and provide a solid base for continuing in this field of work. First step is setting your goals. Before you begin freelancing, you must think of intended goals for it. With freelancing, like with any other job, you must be motivated to do exceptional work for your clients nearly every day. The first step to staying motivated is to think of why you are doing it. Ask yourself questions like, is this for extra income on my side or as my primary job? Or how much do I want to earn from this? During this time, you also want to consider with what skills you want to start your freelancing work. Freelancing is built entirely on selling your skills as services to your clients. If you are struggling with deciding on a skill, think about what you do have that others don't and would pay you to do. Others can be skills that got you hired or that you earned during previous job experiences. Examples of this can include writing, graphic design, website building, customer service, and many others. It can help to write out any skills that you have in a list that you can easily refer back to later when building your profile. Second step is stepping into freelancing. Now that you have goals and set of skills in mind, it's time to start freelancing. As a beginner, freelancing can be a great start as a side job for remote work if you want to go to full-time eventually. There isn't as much stress to find clients to start earning income. It also benefits from setting you up with client relationships for the long term that may take a while to form. You don't have to jump into full-time freelancing right away or if ever. If you do, keep in mind that you will need to calculate how much you need to earn to cover your living expenses and the taxes that come with it. Next step is creating your profile. This remote work all starts with creating your freelancing profile. Your profile is your first impression to your potential clients when you sell your services to them. Remember the list of skills you made earlier? Building a profile is where it comes in handy. From your list of skills, you want to find a few that you will turn into primary services you will provide as a freelancer. For example, you can provide a service such as content writing or copywriting with a skill in writing. These are essential to include when creating your profile. When clients search for a freelancer, they often search for the one that provides solution for their needs. To truly sell your services to your clients, to convince them to hire you, you need to frame them as a solution. Based on previous examples, you can write this as, I can help you write better blog content to get more visitors, or I can help you write better emails. Alongside including what services you provide in your profile, you want to have things such as a quick introduction on who you are, your educational background, your experience in the services you provide. When creating your profile, you can also see examples from other top-rated freelancers' profiles such as on Upwork or Fiverr. Not to necessarily copy how they write it, but make sure you are mentioning all the points you need to include in a profile. Next step is building a portfolio. A portfolio not only shows proof of your skills, but provides a visual example for a client to look at and build trust in you. In your portfolio, you should include samples that relate to your services you are providing. For example, if you provide graphic design, include several logos or covers you have made. It doesn't need to be samples from the paid work, especially as a beginner to freelancing. You can provide examples of free work you have done for yourself or for someone else in the past. When putting together these portfolios, be sure not to include too many samples because less is more for these portfolios. Instead, try to have some of your best works for each of the services you provide. If you don't have any relevant samples to put into your portfolio, you need to build some. Building your samples can include creating something for yourself or for someone else. And let's talk about getting your first client. With your profile and portfolio set up for freelancing, it's time to start thinking of ways to get your first clients. As a beginner, you typically want to start your work through an excellent freelancing site. Freelancing sites such as Upwork are largely popular and can help supply you with a feed full of job offerings from various clients. Working through these websites makes it easier to find clients, offers payment protection, and makes it easier to build portfolio and profile. You can also view other freelancers' profiles and use them to compare what you charge for your services. As you continue to grow your freelancing experience, you have the option to offer your services directly from a website you build. Despite the extra work this might involve, you will have the relationships with the past clients. Freelancing from your personal website can also benefit from keeping the entire payment for your work, as most freelancing platforms charge a fee on what you get paid for. And the final step is continuing your work. As you continue freelancing, you must keep your profile and portfolio updated. It's also crucial to keep in mind that as the experience grows, so should the pay. For example, if you started for $10 per hour when you started years ago, it could be time to increase your salary depending on how much quality and consistency has improved. When your experience in freelancing grows, so does the history and relationships with past clients. Make sure you leave a good and lasting impression to continue building and growing your work. And that's it for today, guys. If you liked this video, click on the thumbs up button and subscribe our channel for more such videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.